For the longest time, I believed that being a leader meant having exceptional diplomatic skills, a commanding presence, and always knowing the right answers. But as I navigated my own challenges, I realized leadership isn't just about managing others. It's about managing yourself first. It's about understanding your values, taking responsibility for your choices, and staying true to your purpose even when things get tough. For me, this journey started with small but meaningful changes, building habits, setting clear goals, and learning to trust myself. One of the turning points in my journey was leading a community development program called PPK Ormawa, a competition by Dikti that empowers student organizations to make a real impact on society. As a chief executive, I wasn't just managing tasks, I was leading people. Over time, I noticed something shift within me. I became less awkward and more confident in approaching people. People management became a skill I genuinely enjoyed. Learning to connect with others, staying proactive in conversations, and building meaningful relationships. But it wasn't always smooth sailing. When I first became the head of PPK Ormawa, I faced challenges I wasn't prepared for. One of the hardest was working with a team member who was incredibly stubborn. No matter how much I tried to explain things or find common ground, it felt like we were always clashing. I started to doubt myself. Was I doing something wrong? Was I even capable of leading a team? But as difficult as those moments were, they became the foundation of my growth. I realized that I needed to shift my mindset. Instead of focusing on trying to change others, I focused on how I could adapt, improve my communication, and build trust. Those moments of doubt and struggle were difficult, but they also taught me valuable lessons that align with some of the timeless principles of leadership I discovered later. In my case, the law of influence hit me hard. I learned that leadership is not about title or position. It's about the ability to influence others. And that was not going to come from trying to force my ideas onto my stubborn team members. It came from understanding them, connecting with them, and building trust. I had to realize that leadership is not about having all the answers. It's about guiding others to find their own answers. Another law that stood out was the law of connection. I began to understand that to lead effectively, I needed to build genuine relationships, not just tell people what to do. I had to show my team that I cared about their personal growth and well-being, not just the outcomes. I started listening more, being empathetic, and communicating in a way that invited collaboration rather than enforcing control. Looking back, I realized another key principle that shaped my journey was the law of process. Leadership is not something you master overnight. It's a daily commitment to growth. In the beginning, I struggled with self-doubt and overthinking, especially when dealing with challenging team dynamics. But as I kept showing up, learning from my mistakes, and reflecting on my actions, I began to see progress. I wasn't becoming a great leader in one dramatic moment. I was growing little by little, day by day. Over the next year, I'm focused on sharpening my leadership skills through 2 goals. As head of the Universitas Ciputra Awarding Night, I'm leading a team of over 80 members, almost 4 times the size of my previous team in PPK Ormawa. My goal is to foster a collaborative environment where every member feels empowered to contribute. With clear milestones in place, I'm focused on ensuring 90% of deliverables are completed on time, driving success through effective communication and teamwork. At the same time, I'm mentoring the next PPK Ormawa team, guiding them through community development with regular sessions, monthly goals, and support in problem solving and team management. By year's end, I aim for 80% of them to feel more confident and equipped to lead and tackle community challenges. This year, I learned about making an impact, one step at a time. It's not about being perfect or always knowing the way. It's about showing up, growing, and bringing others along with you. And that's a journey I think is worth continuing.